Jeff Mastrantono here with Waverly Central School District, going over our capital renovation project. So we'll start today in the STEM technology wing. They're finishing up some final demolition on the HVAC system. You can see there's some floor cuts already made for new electric work that's taking place. So all demolition in this area is pretty much complete, like I said, and they're starting to do new construction. As we work our way outside, you'll see the canopy area. So the foundations out here are dug and poured. This is going to be a covered canopy, so open to the outside, but out of the elements a little bit for students to work on exterior, larger size projects. So this large open space previously was a combination of 3 classrooms, some offices, some storage, and a computer lab. It is going to be made into 2 symmetrical classrooms on the far end. There will be a workshop space in the middle that's kind of integral to all the classrooms, accessible from each one. And then there'll be a maker space, a paint booth, and a finishing room here in the middle area as well. As we move out into the old corridor, most demolition in this area is complete as well. There's some final floor saw cuts, some concrete demolition, but on the whole, they've moved on to new foundation footings, new rebar and concrete installation, and they're starting to prep for structural columns and structural members to be installed. So the big open area that we're looking at now is the future wellness center. So this wellness center will have one open gym that can be divided up into 3 spaces via drop-down curtains. But within the limits of this gym, there will be a 2nd-story walk-around track that's approximately 10 feet or 3 lanes wide. So you can start to get the picture and feel for what that's going to be. The current mezzanine that we're able to see is actually the track height, so it gives you a good visual and feel of where that walking track will be in proximity to the current floor and ceiling heights. And then one of the biggest features of the project is this west end gym ceiling gets raised, so the whole ceiling and decking gets removed. It'll get raised up approximately 8 to 10 feet with a new roof on top of that for a higher height for the volleyball area specifically. So this room was the previous wrestling room. You can see from the writing on the wall. That space is enlarged by approximately 30 feet as well. So it's kind of their access point to get materials in and out, but this area will be one full-size wrestling room. It's an auxiliary gym as well, so the mats are lightweight mats, new technology that are zippered, seamless tape, and they can be taken up and there'll be a gym surface floor under that as well, a rubberized gym floor. There's lots of trenching going on in these areas for utilities. So sewer, stormwater, and water line runs. That's all part of the new work that's taking place. The area that we're walking through will be a multitude of things. There's designated pool locker rooms, wet locker rooms. There's weight room, athletic trainer's office, OT, PT space. As we travel down the corridor further, there's going to be team rooms that are only accessible from the gymnasium. So there'll be 4 of those in kind. There's an indoor turf strip that will actually connect through to the weight room and to the high school hallway. Next week, we're going to see this blue and kind of cyan and yellow wall come down, and they're going to cut in the openings because there's fire-rated glass that looks out through to the pool space, which is going to be a really cool feature for us. And all of our cardio equipment will be right there off the pool. So pretty unique design. In this corner of the gym, we do have some small office space, so there'll be some PE staff, our athletic director, and then a greeter space, so part of our welcome center that are added on underneath actually the learning commons area over here. So schedule-wise, we're doing very well. As far as there's a projection, and we know our target date for completion in this area specifically. That would be the gym, the locker room, team rooms, the weight room, the auxiliary gym, wrestling room. That whole section is segmented to be completed by January 1st, next year, so 2025. We are on schedule for that. Next steps, getting there, so we got to start getting structural steel up, and before school's out, we're going to start to see a hole in that roof and the roof coming off. So that's going to be a huge step for the team, is to get those structural joists out of there, get the opening in the roof cut, deal with any water and rain that we get, and get a new roof on the place as soon as we can, again, at that raised up level of 8 feet higher than we currently have. So that's kind of our biggest next step, is to handle that.